Hey, hello, some developers. I'm back again with Vue.js tutorial, and in this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to develop a Vue.js slider. When we talk about slider, we normally talk about jQuery and all those awesome, great jQuery plugins available for all these days. Now, the Vue.js is extremely nice, flexible, and reactive framework, and it's really, really cute. So I thought I should show something that might not be easily available online. So I'm going to teach you how to make a slider of your own. So this is a slider I developed for a real project. So here you can see if I click here, the next half card it's shown at the top in the left first. You see, then the other one comes, and now you can go back as well. So I will actually explain how this or how a slider works, theory behind the slider, and how we can code it in Vue.js. So I have the HTML the design ready. Here we can see, and clicking here actually nothing happens. So I will show you what we have already here in this project. Okay, so here you can see I have a blank project, almost a normal blank project with some HTML and CSS of this project. So it's simple, and I have a loop at the top that's looping through over this images array in order to show the images, and just a name property person 1 person 2 person 3, just to know okay which card it is, whether it is looping correctly or not. So that for that reason I just added here, and I added just one variable here, translate value, because when you click here, something is translating to the left, and when you click on the left, something will translate to the right. So we need some value to keep increasing or decreasing. So this is why this value will be kept as initially to 0. So that's okay. Now when you click on the next button we will be when you click on the next button, that means it's going to left, so we will do some minus translations. Okay, so let's see how we can do that and all those logic. So here we have only 4 images, and I will show you the problems and concept behind our slider and how we can overcome it. That's just simple. All of them are just HTML and CSS. It can have almost any kind of CSS styling. It doesn't really matter, and all you just need to do is translate CSS and transitions, or these two property all you need to learn from the CSS. That's okay, and rest of the things are just design. You can do any kind of design you like, and based on your design you can do your programming logics. It's totally up to you. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we can do. Once again, I'm showing you this is just a simple loop, bgi images key I g dot image. That's okay, only I'm showing the images here, and rest of the things are just some dummy content here. That's pure content. Okay, so now let's go ahead and change the sliding when we click. So I will take a button here, and on click I will say go to next. So let's see what happens now. I will add a method now here. This ends here. So let's add a method and call it go next. And when we go next, you see when we click here, it should go to the left. So we will do some minus transitions or minus translation. So we will say okay, this dot translate value should be something equal to minus 50, and we will do some percentage at the top. So here we will do translation. Since it's a dynamic one, we should be using it inside the HTML so that we can update it real time. So style, so we will use Vue.js style binding. So here that's simple. You can see Vue.js documentation to understand how the binding works. That's not rocket science here. Okay, so there is a one CSS property you would need to know, which is transform, and then you have translate 3D. Okay, translate 3D, and then it takes 3 arguments here. So first one is the translate value, which is the variable here. So I will copy that variable and then concatenate this variable here, and then I will no, I don't have to close it yet. 0 0, and then I will close it. So this is it. This is the only CSS we actually need to know. Transform translate 3D. If you don't know how this transform translate 3D works, you can just search for a CSS property, and then we need a transition property only. That's all we need. So if I search for transition, you see I have this transition 0.3 second always here as well, 5 second. So all you just need to know these two things in order to make sliding sliders. Okay, and one more thing is that since a slider is something all about HTML, so working with HTML or faking HTMLs actually. So we are like when you click here, it moves away. It doesn't mean that the data goes away. It means we are just hiding something from the HTML content. So one concept we have to make sure all Vue.js or reactive JavaScript developers that when you work with something called something like slider, we do not hide we do not remove the content, do not remove elements from the array or object. So we just work with the HTML DOM and just manipulate with some CSS. That's all we need to do. Okay, so let's see our current slider function here. So what is happening here, I'm just translating it to the left with minus property, minus, then I'm clicking on go next, and it's just going to the next. So I will close this one and inspect in order to check whether I'm having error or not. So that's always good practice. So if I click here, it should go to the left. Okay, it's not going to left, so let me check whether my CSS property was added in the card or not. Okay, so I can see the style property was not added in this HTML. So let me check what is going actually wrong here. So here translate. Okay. Okay, this is something about this concatenation. Sorry for that. Okay, so I think it was okay. I just forgot to add a percentage maybe here. Okay, this is one property, then this is another property, and I will add a percentage here, percentage to the left. I think it should already work without a percentage. Okay, it's working now. Okay, if I click right, you see, so it's working, and I don't have any backward, and it's a fixed value. That's why it's already stuck, because I already slided to the left to that percent amount. So you see now, okay, I will actually reload it again and will show. So again, what I was missing here is I was missing a percentage, so you should add that. Now let me show you what actually happens here. You see at the top, not here. Okay, it was maybe adding, but I just did not see. So you see, translate 3D, it becomes minus 50%. Okay, now you see I have here a few of the things left, and here the half card is not already available. So I already know how much percentage I need to take it to the left. So it's all about CSS thing. I really hope you can figure out your own CSS stuff. So from I know it's already take only 69% to the left. You can calculate with the total white and white of this card, and then calculate the percentage from it. That's not rocket science here as well. So now if I click here, you see the card goes to the left completely. Okay, and the next card appears here. Okay, that's really awesome. Now this back button doesn't work, and this one doesn't work again. So for the back one, let me add one more here, and this is just JavaScript logic. Here is the fun thing. So go back. So I will add another one. Let's call it go back. And this is again simple stuff. So what we will be doing is that we will do exactly the opposite of the first one going next. Okay, so we were actually we were doing minus, then we will be adding a positive number. Okay, so let's check it out. here you go, and here you go. So it works, okay, but we can see we have some problems. So now let's understand the logic behind it. Now here you see, if I click here, it increased the amount to 69%. Okay, let's see if this is for view 3. Maybe I'm coming with view 3 tutorial with TypeScript, so stick with this channel. So if I refresh back again, yeah, well, let me show you what happens now. This translate value is 0 now. If I click to the next, it becomes 69. If I click again, it stays 69. So the logic should be increasing 69 every time. We should increase with 69. So 69 plus 69. Okay, we always should increase it. So how do we do that actually? So in order to do that, I will keep tracking of the clicks. Okay, so I will keep tracking how many times you clicked here. Okay, so in order to do that, let's see, I will take number of times clicked. So initially I will keep it 1, and then instead of just increasing like that, what I will be doing is I will do it like that. This dot number of time clicked multiply by actually minus 69. Okay, so now let's check it out what happens. 1. Okay, we have to increase this click number after clicking 1. So let's increment the value. Perfect. Now we will keep checking our translate value here. So what we have clicked 1, so it becomes 2 now. Then it should be 2 times 69. So it should increase the double. So minus 138. So it should keep going. Okay. Now it's see we have come up to this part. Now we have problem here. We can see a blank area here. I will show you how we should solve it. This is how the interesting part works. So you see it's getting very nice. Okay, so here we can understand that after clicking how many times our slider gets actually at the end point. Okay, so we have actually 4 items. Now let's check. Click 1, clicking 1 time, 2 time, and 3 times. So when we click 3 times, our all of the first slider gets ended, and then we have a blank area here. So in order to avoid the blank area, what I will be doing is I will be adding my first item, because it's a loop, it should be a loop. Okay, so I will add my first item at the end again. So these loops keep showing me the perfect one. So if I refresh, it already refresh, I think. So if I go back, now you see the first item is shown here, no more blank item. Let me check out if I have 5 items now. Yeah, I have a 5 item now. Click 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, previously it was working for 3 clicks. Now let me show you again. This is something very tricky. You should understand. This is the actual real concept behind the slider. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so after 3 clicking, there's disappear. Okay, so after 3 clicking, I should see person 4 and then person 1 here. Okay, now let me enable that this item again. Now see 1, 2, 3. It's perfect. Okay, now you see after 4, I see the person 1 again here. In order to see, I will show you here. You see the person 1 again here. So I should not be able to click 4 times. This is the thing you need to keep on your mind. You should not. You should keep tracking whether you are at the end of your loop. So person 3, person 4, and then person 1 is back. So now the problem is solved. So what we have to do is that we will be checking if this dot images dot length minus 1 equal this dot number of clicks. So if this is clicked less than one time, then what should we do? We should not be we should not actually allow you to keep going. Okay, we should be resetting back again. So what we will be doing is we will reset everything back. Okay, so how do we reset? We will say, okay, translate value should be back to 0, and this start number of clicks should be back to 1. Okay, so we restart all over again. So now let me show you. 1, 2, 3, and it's restarted. Okay, let me check what is the value. 69. Okay, so why it was 69? Because after executing this one, the code was executing this one as well. So what we have to do is we have to do a return statement here, because we will return right from here. We don't need an else condition. So here person 1 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, and then we reset back again. Okay, now here's the interesting part, you see. Okay, now we will do a back one, and then I will show you something how we can avoid this one, how we can avoid frequent repeating. You see, repeating is not good, so we will do something fake here. So but before I do something fake here, let me show you how we can do the back one. So I think for the back one here, if I increase here, then I will be decreasing with the same amount. So how do we decrease with the same amount? I think this is exactly the same as this one. Okay, so we decrease this amount by this number of clicks. So let's check. 1 here, and we decrease it back again. Wait a minute. Sometimes this logic can be really stupid. So we incremented with 69. Then if we do a multiply with this one, then it will become minus 138. So it's wrong. It's totally wrong. So we should be only decreasing 69 from what we already have. So this one, and then minus 69. Let's check it out now. So if we let me show you. If I increment here, minus 69, now we will be reducing minus 69 again. It should be plus, actually it will become minus 138. Yeah, it's minus 138, so it's wrong. So minus minus equal plus, so I will do a plus so that it becomes actually minus. This is just arithmetics, nothing fancy here, you just need to be careful. So again I incremented it and it became minus 69. So if I take 69 minus 69 plus 69, it becomes 0. So if I click here, it should become 0. Perfect. And now if we click here again, it becomes plus 69. So we should be avoiding this plus 69. So what should we do is that we should see, okay, let me reset it again. We should be, let's say what is the current value. So we should say if this start number of clicks equal 1, then we should not do anything and we will be returning from here. So you should not be able to go back. There is nothing at the back. So if I come here and you do here, okay. And now another problem is that this value stays to 2, so we have to decrement the value. When we increment it here, we will do a decrement here. That's perfect, right? So now the value will be incremented and decremented perfectly. You see, 1, 2, 3. We go back. Blah, blah, blah. That's really awesome, cute, right? The slider is working perfect. Now it's become resetting back again. Okay, now we have one big problem here. It's resetting too quick. Okay, so how do we avoid this resetting? Here's the tricks comes into the game. So the trick is we actually, instead of, let's say you only have 4 items in your array. So if you have 4 items in your array, we actually show you more items than actually 4. Okay, so if you have 4, we can have quite few setups like this, and at the end we will add the extra one. So we will create a multiple copy of the same items. Now the interesting part is this one, okay? You see, if I do is here, you can we have a 30 item in the array. Now you can keep going, person 4, then person 1 back, person 2, person 3, person 4, then this is person 1 again. Okay, so I already clicked 9 times. Okay, so I can keep going, and I can come back. It will seems it is looping. It seems it's looping, but it's actually not. Okay, now you see I have to click, and after a lot of clicks, when I will reach at the end of the all of the items, I will be able to reset it. But who cares? No one actually does so many clicks, so they're just faking with the items. So that is the main concept, faking items. If you have 4, fake it to 12, 14, 12, 16, 20, blah blah blah. So this is just faking with the DOM elements. Okay, it's nothing complicated, super simple, and with simple logic setup we made our own slider. And I believe you can make it more advanced, more complicated, more cuter than what I've done here. But this is the concept, faking things with the items you have. Okay, thank you for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, comment your valuable feedback, and if you need help, go to our Facebook group, which is completely free, and you can ask any question. I will try to answer. Thank you so much. Have a nice time.